Hi, my friends. All right. I haven't done a video in a while because I burnt out, which is something that can happen if your guidance tells you to rest, tells you to rest, tells you to rest, you don't listen, you don't rest, and then you crash. And it was perfect for a lot of reasons because it really showed me where I need to shift some things, where I need to create better boundaries for myself, especially with this work and all the energy healing that I've been sending out. So I've decided that I'm not going to be creating any new like free energy healings because they were tapping me out. And one of the things that's so important in this work and in the world in general is kind of that free flowing receiving as you give, receiving as you give. And that piece of the puzzle was not really clicking for me. So I'm not going to be doing any more of those, but I've created so many already that are on this channel that I think everything anyone needs is probably already here. So I'm going to be doing my best to start sharing what I've already created with more people. So if you have any energy healings that I've done that you love and have people you would like to share them with, please do. I would love that, because everything on this channel is free, of course, and I would love to get this to whoever wants it, because I think like one of the reasons I created so many of these free energy healings over the past 3 years is because I feel like this information and this healing should be available to anyone, regardless of, financial circumstances and all that fun stuff. That said, I have to shift the way that I work. So I'm going to only be doing the energy healing for clients from now on. But I do feel good about continuing to do these weekly readings now that I'm a little bit more back on my feet. So we're going to do a card reading and energy reading for this week. And of course, if you catch this much later, there is still something here for you. So just see what resonates, see what doesn't. And I also feel compelled to show you my t-shirt because it's amazing. It says, "Don't stop believing," and it has flying pigs in sensible eyewear, which I think is fantastic. So let's see what cards want to come through. So what do people need to hear this week? Okay, so we have 1, this is the general energy. 2, this is love, and we're going to do another one for money, and there it is. Okay, fun. So the general energy right now is, this makes me really happy because I don't want to do much more work after I do this. Time for a nap. Time for a nap. So if you've been feeling a bit burnt out lately too, a bit overwhelmed, we have been through some extraordinarily intense energy recently. A lot of things are coming to light. A lot of things are shifting. A lot of what we have been trying to create and accomplish, maybe for years, is starting to land, which is amazing, but it requires a lot of integration time. So if you feel like napping is a good idea and your whole entire soul breathes a sigh of relief when you think about taking a nap, please do it. Please give yourself that. And oh God, I love this card. It's so pretty. There's a moon with a little fox asleep on the moon. Ah, that makes me so happy. So let's see what the actual book says about this particular card, just to get a little bit more information. Okay, so the essential meanings: rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. That feels really important, allowing dreams to arise. So really imagining, connecting through your own creative power, which, our imagination is a portal to our power. And so allowing yourself to just dream about, what you'd like to create, what you'd like to experience is really potent right now. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you now, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement. So one of the things that was coming through for me with this, and I feel like I just forgot what it was. Where did it go? Maybe it wasn't that important. While I try to remember, I will have some of my tea. I think it jumped away. Interesting. So clearly it wasn't that important for us to hear. But this feels really, really lovely right now to just give ourselves some space and allow our deeper wisdom, the wisdom of our bodies, the wisdom of our higher self, allow that to take over a little bit more. It really feels like about getting into your body and out of your brain, because the brain can trip you up and it can create a lot of noise, and sometimes it can be really hard to hear our guidance through the noise. So allowing everything to quiet is very powerful. And I actually wrote a blog post just today about how an experience I had around allowing my brain to quiet. I did something called a trust walk, and well, I didn't know what that was either, but what you do is you walk through a space of nature with trees, water, whatever you have around you, blindfolded, and somebody's leading you, and it forces your, like, my brain quieted in a way that I've never experienced before, at least, outside of maybe sleep time or a really deep meditation. So if you want to read more about that, it's on my blog, just amberadrian.com/blog. But that's really fascinating. So if you have trouble quieting your mind, playing with some of those ideas might be really, really powerful for you. Even just going and sitting somewhere with some trees and just closing your eyes and seeing what shows up for you can be really, really beautiful right now. Okay, so that was the general energy. So this is the card that we pulled for love. Ooh, I know we've gotten this card before in past readings, but this is a really lovely one. Treasure Island. So we've got a little turtle swimming through the water with a treasure chest on its back. Love it. So what I'm getting from this actually is that whatever you're seeking from a relationship, you already carry within you. You already have all of the love and the support that you could ever need, because of course we don't really receive it from another person. All another person can do is reflect back to us what is, what's internal, because we can't, the same thing works with the universe. The universe wants to give you everything, but it can only give you what you're willing to receive, what you're able to see in that moment, which is why, the energy healings can be really powerful to help us kind of shift into a new experience of that. Because it works, below the level of our conscious minds. So this feels really lovely, because whatever you're seeking in terms of relationships, whether it's a relationship you're already in or a relationship you want, you already have what you're looking for. It's already in there. So if this triggers you in any way, maybe take a moment and pause the video and just breathe with your heart and see what guidance is there for you, either in your heart or lower in your belly, and see, what your higher self is guiding you to do, to really feel that, to really know that, so that you can enter into relationships, attract relationships, or be present in relationships from a place of overflow, because you are already so connected, so loved up, so full of, life and love and generosity, that you are all good. You are taken care of, and what is overflowing is what you can offer to the other person, and that creates really beautiful relationships. So that said, let's go and see what the book says. Okay, so the essential meanings of this card: the law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. Yay. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. So the relationship message for this card is your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. Well, isn't that lovely? So, our final card is around abundance, finances, prosperity, all that fun thing, all those fun things. And we get chop wood reversed. So for me, oh, interesting. So when I look at this card reversed, you know, we have this little broom here, but to me it looks like a cup. It looks like a cup that's ready to receive. I think the actual message in the booklet may be a little bit different, but it feels like you're ready to receive now. I think maybe the only thing that might be stopping you is the fact that, this sort of chalice, you can't really see that, this chalice, this cup here isn't really connected, like it's kind of free floating. And so when things are free floating, it's harder for them to land in our life, in our bank account. So this is where kind of the earlier card of time for a nap, like resting, grounding, receiving rather than pushing, is really powerful right now, because as you ground this cup, it will fill up and overflow. So let's see, 42. Let's see what the book says about this one. Almost there. Okay, so we get the protection message because it's upside down. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the armchair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you've begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, "Take one step toward the gods and they will take 10 steps toward you." Now this feels a little bit counter to the first card, so I'm going to look at kind of the overall message for these. And it feels like the overall message is really that you already have everything you need. You already have all of the safety, the love, the prosperity. It's already all here. And honestly, that's one of the messages that irritates me the most, especially when I'm in a place where I don't feel like I have those things. But you have such tremendous internal resources, and you have so much inner fire that's ready to work for you. I think sometimes we can take our internal fire and turn it against ourselves, by being mean to ourselves inside of our own heads, or allowing other external voices to take precedence over our own knowing, our own inner voice. But you have such internal wisdom, power, light, and resources. And so beginning to allow that inner fire to light the way in front of you is going to be really powerful right now. Powerful always, but especially right now. And it feels like between these two cards of, take a rest and do the things, there's always a balance. There's always a give and take. And for me, it feels like that's saying, if you need to take a nap, take a nap. If you're feeling called to create something, create something. If you have something that's been plaguing you and your to-do list, it's a frog that needs to be eaten, eat the frog. Maybe give yourself the gift of a nap afterwards. And so this is about really learning the delicate balance of what you need in terms of allowing your soul to dream up what you want, allowing your desires to show you what is possible for you, what you can create, because of course anything you dream of can be created. It is possible for you. You wouldn't be given the dream if it wasn't possible for you. Desires and dreams are how our inner wisdom, our inner self, our higher self guides us in a sense, because that desire is pulling us forward. So really giving yourself that gift of internal creation and then asking, okay, how do I make this real? And taking guided action that feels good to you. That's how we create. That's how we call in and create in our lives what we want to experience, what we want to do, what we want to send out into the world. So I hope this is helpful for this week. I hope that this is resonating with you. Take what does resonate with you, leave what doesn't, as always. And yeah, I'm sending you all my love, and I will be doing more of these card readings. And if you want more of the energy healings, you can always go back through the older videos and see what I've got there, because I've got years of stuff. So dive in and play, and please share them with anyone you think might find some use out of them. And lots of love. See you soon.